Hi, everybody. My name's Liam Kane. I'm the business owner of Tab in Northumberland and North Tyneside. Before I joined Tab, I was in banking for 30 years, actually more than 30 years. And during that time, I knew that if I ever got the opportunity to have a second career, it would need to sort of tick three boxes for me. The first is that I really wanted to work with SME business owners. I have enormous respect for them to the point where I really wanted to run my own business as well. And the third point was really around coaching. I developed a passion for coaching latterly in my career. I invested a lot of time and energy into it, and I knew that that second career had to feature coaching. And so when the opportunity presented itself in 2021 to do something different, I just knew that those were the three things I wanted to do, and then Tab came along. So I became aware of the alternative board in around about 2010, and that was more from a member's perspective. And it wasn't until I was considering leaving my career with NatWest that I really started to understand what Tab could offer a potential franchisee. And it really ticked all the boxes for me. It allowed me to run my own business. It allowed me to work with SME business owners and business leaders, and importantly, it allowed me to continue my development as a coach. But beyond that, it also struck me as an incredibly professional organisation, which was very important to me. And I really liked the concept of peer advisory boards. So I'd run boards in my banking career, but this was a much more supportive environment, less intense, and great fun. And I certainly haven't been disappointed. So I think initially, my apprehension was around the thing that most people will be apprehensive about, and that is having your income reset to zero on a monthly basis when perhaps you've been used to a corporate lifestyle with a decent package. So yes, I was anxious about that before I started, but I kept reminding myself of two things. One, back yourself. Ed and Mags have decided that I fit the bill, meet the criteria to join Tab. So back yourself, believe in yourself, and then secondly, follow the process. It is a proven process for success, and if you follow that process, the members the member numbers will follow. And I'm pleased to say that having backed myself and having followed the process, the members did indeed follow. So the things I found most beneficial and supportive from Tab UK, um, yeah. So the things that I don't really like or enjoy doing, the things that I'm not particularly good at, such as accounting, for example. Emma in head office has been fantastic, phenomenally supportive. I found the consistency and honesty from Ed and Mags incredibly valuable. They tell you what you need to know, what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and that's brilliant. I love the engagement that exists between marketing and training and development. I found that incredibly valuable and supportive as well. But I think beyond all of that, the fact that I have the opportunity on occasion to help shape the future strategy of Tab really resonates with me as well. So there's sort of four areas really that I find Tab UK really helps me. Being part of the Tab community has helped me enormously, genuinely. From a personal perspective, I've made new friends, real friends, and that's not a term that I use lightly. Like a lot of blokes, I'm quite judicious in terms of who I add to my friendship group. But I've made new friends in the Tab community, and that's been great. Professionally, I've had the opportunity to do more coaching, and by doing more coaching, what I mean is I've coached members of the Tab community I have been coached by members of the Tab community, and I would say to great effect on both sides. And I've really I've really enjoyed that. It's been an experience that I didn't anticipate, and I've really got a lot from it. So yes, I've made new friends, and I've had the opportunity to be coached and coach more. So I'd love to tell you about one of my members. She is a fourth generation butcher based in Whitley Bay, and something that was really important to her was to create a business vision. So we spent quite a lot of time creating that vision, um, helping her communicate the vision to her team, and then talking a lot about how she might reinforce the vision over an extended period. The benefits to the business were an increased sense of purpose and belief. And for her in particular, I observed her grow as a leader, um, and she uses the vision to set and reset her goals. And it's been tremendously rewarding for me to see the impact that that's had on her and her business. In terms of challenges that I've faced as a tab franchisee, the main one undoubtedly has been resilience. In the corporate world, we talked a lot about resilience, but it's only when you step out of the corporate world and run your own business you start to understand that the highs are much higher, but the lows can be much lower, and you need to have thick skin. And having coping mechanisms helps enormously. So mine would be talking to people, people who've experienced what I'm experiencing before. So typically the tab community, but also people outside of that world. So friends and my wife as well. So all of those people have helped me become much more resilient over the last couple of years. The other thing I would say is doing the things that I don't enjoy doing. And a good example of that would be LinkedIn posts. And I have to confess that that is still work in progress. I'm still looking for that sort of self accountability to help me do some of the things that I don't enjoy quite as much as I do as some other things. But I'm getting there. What I love about what I do now is a sense of credibility and the fact that I know that my opinions are both sought out and respected, not only by clients and members of TAB, but also internally within TAB. And that sort of sense of respected participation in something really important, I find incredibly motivating. So, without going into specifics about, I love coaching or I love peer boards, it's that sense of credibility and having my opinions sought after and respected that means a lot to me. The advice I would offer to any prospective TAB franchisee would be this. The TAB model is a proven model for success, and it's also a very simple formula. But please don't confuse simple with easy. It is hard work, and if you're thinking about committing anything less than 100%, then you might be disappointed. But if you are prepared to work hard, you'll find it incredibly rewarding. And if this is the sort of work that you enjoy, the irony is it won't feel like work at all. In terms of the transition from corporate life to tab, if you've got enough time to think about it and reflect upon it, what you might find is that resilience is really important. The highs can be high, the lows can be low. So my advice would be make sure you take advantage of the support that TAB offer, both at head office level and in the community. But beyond that, make sure that you talk to your family and talk to your friends and listen to them and make sure that they keep you grounded and positive. And all of those things will help you become a more resilient individual and a more successful TAB franchisee.